This is the Business on Top podcast with Shane Chernoff, VJ Patel, and Ben Siegel.
I love this company! Yeah!
Wait, did you look up Garnett or Durant?
I looked up Kevin Durant.
No,
no,
you're talking about Garnett.
Okay,
Garnett.
well, that's me not paying attention.
I went to the mall for some new underwear, but had to leave.
Andre the Giant's official records 156 beers in one sitting.
We got 4 dozen boxes of donuts. I was probably like 12 years old. I probably ate at least 2 of those boxes by myself.
The Business on Top podcast.
Pretty cool! Pretty damn cool! Wow!
The Business on Top podcast. And you know what you should do to the Business on Top podcast? You should like, rate, review, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review. The Business on Top podcast. VJ Patel, Shane Chernoff, Ben Siegel. Let's get it. We will get to my thoughts on the election in a second. But first, I wanted to remind you that this episode is brought to you, just like every episode, by Me Miss Chimi. Me Miss Chimi is an all-natural, authentic, all-purpose chimichurri sauce that's locally made right here in Boca Raton. Me Miss Chimi can be used on almost anything: steak, chicken, fish, impossible meat. I like them with my impossible tacos. You guys all know that. A little cheese, a little lettuce. It makes it happen. A little bit Me Miss Chimi sauce, a little garlic, salt, some pepper. It is amazing, and the possibilities are endless too beyond that. It is vegan, keto, and vegetarian friendly, and it works for any diet. The Chimi sauce comes in an 8-ounce jar, and you can order it at www.mimischimi.com. If you're in South Florida and you want to make the trip out to the store, it's also available at Doris's Italian Market in Boca Raton, Bravo Supermarket in Pembroke Pines. Shout out to my people in the Pines. And soon to be El Bodegon in Lake Worth. Remember, it's not Chimi if it's not Mima's.
He got it.
I did it! I need
Who
some
got
like
it?
sound, yeah.
Let's go.
Celebrate good times. Come on! So, Ben, before we get to my thoughts on the election, you had a little run-in with Plum Guy. If you guys don't remember, we did a Get Out of Here. That is a segment that we do where we all talk about things that piss us off.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago, and one of your Get Out of Here's was you hate when somebody from a gym is overly aggressive in selling you on their membership.
Yeah.
And that kind
From
of
a specific gym. Like, I think everyone knows.
there is
gym.
a gym.
Everyone can guess the gym that we're referring to, but we won't say the name.
So yeah,
We might be
they might.
sponsored.
Yeah, you never know. They might be
Yeah.
a sponsor
But
one day.
everyone
So
knows
let's
this gym.
we'll put it in our back pocket. But take the wheel. Take us through what you were going through.
Well, their marketing tactics are aggressive.
Wow,
to say the
bumpy
least.
start.
I don't know how I want to go with this, but yeah, I think it was episode 9, maybe 8, where we did that Get Out of Here segment, and I was approached by a marketing rep from this gym.
Under the premise that he was looking for plums, right?
Under the premise that I thought he was not going to be trying to get me to sign up for a gym, 1-week gym. And you have to go listen to that episode to see how that went down.
Yeah, and you know you can do that. You can do that either on Spotify or an Apple Podcast or on our YouTube channel.
Plenty of platforms for you guys to watch or listen to that episode. And I was at work today, and lo and behold, out of the corner of my eye, I hear everyone's least favorite saying, "Hey, I'm the marketing manager from this gym across the street, and we're giving out 1-week free memberships. And if I could just get your name and phone number, and just make sure you call this number, and free week at the gym. You know, we could work out." And I said, "Nope."
Yeah, it's like, God, you gotta head these guys off at the pass, because even if you try to like be polite and say no, you literally have to be rude to them because they won't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And I know there are financial advisors with another certain company that I'm also very familiar with that do the same thing.
They all go to the same marketing school. Or
I
marketing class.
I feel bad hanging up on people like that because I know that they're doing what they have to do, but it's like, gosh, I don't want to get engaged with something like that.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that us being the kids of New Yorkers, it comes in handy because we're a little bit more okay with like saying no to people in a more aggressive way.
We don't give a shit telling it like it is. Like,
yeah.
We're not afraid.
Hanging out in the city, like we've seen homeless guys, we've seen all sorts of stuff. It doesn't scare us, doesn't faze us.
Now, in defense of this gym guy, like I understand, that's his job is to get people to sign up for this gym, and I respect that. I mean, that's his job, but maybe you change up the strategy a little.
Also, you warned him too.
Yeah.
You warned him to get the hell out of here on our YouTube channel.
I warned him.
And on our pod, and he didn't listen.
Yeah.
And I think
strike 3 was today.
Yeah, that's in a very. So plum guy, just be warned. It's not gonna end well for you. Yeah, if you keep coming, get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
We're renewing your.
I'm gonna point at him again.
Get out of here.
When you watch this episode, get out of here.
But man, we're getting kind of close to Thanksgiving here, and I'm very excited because this is personally it's really my favorite holiday because I love to eat and I love to. I just love the whole thing. You guys aren't turkey trot people, right?
Turkey
you guys
trot,
want to do a turkey
The
trot?
5K.
The 5K?
Yeah. I wanted to be 10K. We did the Super Bowl run. We didn't do that. That's a fun story if you want to tell that.
Yeah, you guys did the turkey trot last year, I'm pretty sure.
Not together. No,
yeah.
We did.
Yeah, you
was
did.
it last year that we did that?
No.
Was it that recent? I thought it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
no, it was 2.
No,
I think it was 2
I thought
years
last year
because I was still down here and I got asked to do it, and I obviously couldn't because
the Super Bowl one was funny because Shane here
Oh God.
wore a full Giants jersey doing the 5K, and was it a 10K or was it?
It was a 10K.
It was a
so we had the option of doing a 5K or a 10K, but I chose to do the 10K because at the time I was studying for the bar exam, so I needed something to distract me. So running was kind of my thing.
Oh.
So I was like, if I have this 10K to train for, I won't think about the bar as much, and I'll sleep a little bit better, and it's good exercise. But man, well, in my meager defense, the instructions were, because it was the Super Bowl, wear something from your favorite football team. So I figured it would just be cool to wear my Eli Manning jersey, but God, that mesh, that like polyester and like the screen painted numbers did not do my nipples any favors.
It was the funniest thing ever seeing that. And I wore a Dry Fit Jets t-shirt, which
makes sense because it's like a t-shirt.
Logically, that would have made sense for you to wear, but you wore a full.
Like, wear a jersey. I thought people were gonna do that. It was not a good idea. And I'm not like secure enough that I can like take my shirt off and like just run with it slung over my shoulder either. So I had to keep it on the entire time. And if you look at me, that picture of me crossing the finish line, you could tell that just not a very fun. Yeah, no, just not a very fun experience for me. It's like, I was okay if I just signed up for the 5K, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's like, yeah, I did the 3 miles and I had to do the 3 miles after that. It was just brutal.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I mean, speaking of things, I've never even had the opportunity really to do a turkey trot because in the past 7 years I've been working on Thanksgiving thanks to football, and
or no thanks to football.
yeah. Well,
a lot of wins over the years though for you to work.
Well, actually, last year was the first year we actually played like a game on Thanksgiving with Chicago, because all the other years it was just practice because we had a game.
You guys were at the Lions?
Yeah, we were at Detroit. We won. Okay. We won, which is great.
So what was that like? Kind of take me through basically when you get up in the morning to just the whole game day experience.
Well, I mean, football season in general, days blend together really. I mean, you're just essentially you turn into a robot during football season, right? You wake up, you know what you have to do. It's a routine. So holidays, all of that, birthdays, I mean, you don't remember any of that because you're in season, right? You're practicing, you're getting ready for the game on Sunday. So last year, we had a game on Thanksgiving, and luckily we were the 12 o'clock game. So
yeah, well, the Lions are always the ones that start, and then the Cowboys are the 4:30 game.
And it was nice too because was it? I think it was that game where like Detroit is in Eastern time zone, where Chicago was Central.
That's correct.
Yeah, so it was. We actually, when we landed, it was an hour like
You gained an
earlier.
hour.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving, which was nice. And obviously winning on Thanksgiving was great. And yeah.
Or at least you lost an hour if you were going to Detroit.
Well, we lost an hour during the game, but when we landed, like when it was Thanksgiving dinner time, traditionally we gained that hour
on
back.
your flight back to Chicago.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was a kind of a useless correction.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
good. Yeah, we had. I mean, they made Thanksgiving meals at the facility, and I mean, it was good. It was weird though, like kind of sitting in my apartment at 4:30, or not 4:30, but like 6 o'clock when we got back, and like just kind of. I think me and my roommate ordered a pizza.
I was gonna say you were just probably hanging out on your
Yeah.
couch, like just.
Well,
They didn't
we
even
didn't have a
send you
couch.
home with some
We didn't have a
leftovers.
couch.
No couch.
No, we had no furniture. None of us had a bed, no couch. It was college. We were all sitting on air mattresses. My roommate had literally a mattress, no frame, in the living room.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I remember
God.
that.
Yeah,
You
there were
told me
3
that,
of
yeah.
us in a 2-2, and it made rent really cheap. And
Woof.
it was actually a good time. But
It sounds like
it
college,
was college.
for sure.
Yeah, it was college. And this is the first Thanksgiving where I'm not working, so I'm looking forward to spending a normal Thanksgiving like I used to before football meal.
Are you excited for next week's episode of Business on Top, our Thanksgiving episode, where I may or may not dress up as a pilgrim,
I
and
am.
we're gonna make some down home favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
Recipes.
I think we both are, because anyone who knows you, you're a true wild card. So I think we're not, you kind of tell us like what's gonna happen, but there's gonna be some surprises, I'm sure, for the.
Oh,
Thanksgiving
that's what we
episode.
call a nice radio tease. So tune in next week to see what happens. I may or may not dress up as a pilgrim. We're going to cook some great Thanksgiving things. And speaking of teases, we ran out of time, but coming up next, you'll get my thoughts on the election. So, guys, if I asked you offhand, what do you think the friendliest state in the United States would be? If you had to go all in, if I'm going with North Carolina, what are you beating me with?
Something connected to like Canada.
Basically, one of those like northern
Like
states, like
Maine,
There's
like
a
a-
map right here. I'm looking
like
at
a
it.
Michigan.
So it'd be-
Okay, yeah. So let's point our attention. Oh, okay. No,
We can't see
we
it.
can't see it, but
I want to say
Maine?
Maine or like not Michigan,
Oh,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota people are really
Minnesota.
nice.
All right.
Yeah.
The Midwest, yeah, it'd have to be somewhere in the
Minnesota.
Midwest.
Have you guys been to Minneapolis? Well, you've been to Minneapolis
Multiple
because
times.
yeah,
That's like on my list. of
everybody's
places to
super.
go.
Everybody's incredibly friendly
Minnesota,
there, right?
Wisconsin. Oh, Minnesota's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Like, shout out to Noel Mercado, one of my favorite people from Wisconsin. Period.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you're
We know her,
doing
yeah.
well out there. But gosh, Milwaukee's great, and it's funny because I spent a weekend in Milwaukee, and I totally understand why there are a lot of heavy people there.
Yeah.
The
it's
food
all
is
cheese
so
curds and beer.
Butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
cheese, butter, and beer, and my God, it's all so good. Stadiums.
I'm gonna say like Minnesota is probably up there. Like top
All right, so
5.
you're going all in with Minnesota. Who do you got?
Yeah, I mean.
Don't pick
so
mine.
I'll go different, I guess. Well, I mean, biased. I'd say New York is the nicest.
No,
Yeah, right.
look,
We
let's be.
know that one.
I was gonna say, let's be realistic.
Yeah, no, it would have to be the Midwest. I mean, I'll go Wisconsin. I mean,
Wisconsin, Minnesota.
I would have gone probably Minnesota, but not only does the Midwest have the nicest people, arguably, they also have the greatest fast food restaurant arguably
Culver's?
in the country.
Yeah, you're a big Culver's guy, huh?
Culver's. I never thought a place would exceed Whataburger on my list as far as best fast food. Not only place, but burger. But Culver's has the best fast food burger in America.
The old butter burger, huh?
Butter burger with cheese curds,
Ooh.
and you get a mixer. Like
Mhm.
they're like custard with whatever you want in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
They're
go for
known
the custard too,
custard.
right?
Yeah. Me and my roommate in Chicago, we went a bunch during the year, but our last week in Chicago, and like he lives in New York, so he knew he wasn't getting Culver's, and like the closest Culver's does here is Jupiter. So like we knew we probably wouldn't have it as frequently, and there was a Culver's like 15 minutes from our apartment. How many times would you guess we went in our final week?
I don't
7
know.
days.
I mean, you and
5
I went
times.
to Taco Bell a lot
Just take it. Your
when we
guess
were
is
living
5.
together in Florida State.
Out of 7 days,
7 days, you probably went 8 times.
5 is right.
Oh,
yeah.
good job.
That's
If it wasn't for
pro.
work, we probably would have went twice for lunch and dinner. Obviously, we worked during the afternoon, so we went for dinner.
Yeah, I thought you maybe did a double header. You were like, this is so good. I love to try for a second
We
meal.
wanted to. The other nights we didn't go to Culver's. We went Portillo's. If you guys know
Ooh, yeah.
Portillo's.
I know
We went
of
to
it.
Tampa recently.
Yeah, that's another big
Yeah.
Midwest chain where fire. Like
Well, what does it
hot
serve?
They're known for
Okay.
hot dogs.
So by the speaking of Portillo's, one of my cousins, Vishal, Ben and Vishal are best friends now.
Teammate for life.
From our Tampa bachelor party
Toronto.
trip. Yeah, Toronto.
Oh, good times. Yeah.
He
Frankie, get him
convinced us-
on.
He convinced us to get Frankie, get him on. He convinced us to go to Portillo's in Tampa, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go, and then we went. It was like the best experience. Great experience, like the old time experience,
Yeah.
and like real time
Very retro.
Chicago
Yeah.
retro. Yeah.
All of that
It
to
was,
say,
really good.
and we will get to my election thoughts in a second.
Wait. You gotta say your state. What you think?
Yeah,
is
what-
racist.
Well, I'm the host. I already have the information. I would taint the jury pool if I said this. But whoever said Minnesota, you are correct. Minnesota is the first. This is friendlystates.com. Minnesota
Made
is
by someone in
legitimate?
is
Minnesota.
the yeah
Somebody in Canada.
domain name friendlystates.minnesota.org.com
Slash Vikings.
.edu yeah /Vikes. Minnesota is the friendliest state in the union.
It makes sense.
Yeah. If I had to ask you what the second one would be, now it gets a little bit complicated. The top five.
Wait, do
Would you go?
the
What do you
worst.
say?
The least friendly state.
Western.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I'd say
Let's
Wisconsin.
go to the other end of the spectrum. Who do you
Yeah,
think would be
do
the
the worst.
least friendly state in the union?
Oh.
New York.
I'd say either New York or Florida. I'd
I
say
would say
Florida.
You guys are both right. New York is
Yeah.
the least friendly state in the entire country.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This says locals might seem a bit gruff at first, but it's a melting pot of many cultures. Each borough of New York City has a community feel if you manage to stick it out for long enough.
Yeah.
Don't just don't dawdle on the sidewalk or hold up
I
traffic.
mean, it's not
Yeah.
You know that's so true though, because I see like people in like other parts of the country, or like I'll go travel to certain cities, and I've just got so much New York in me that if people are like screwing around,
Yeah.
like or not walking with a purpose, it like makes
Get out
me
of the way.
angry.
Yeah.
I will like purposely make it look like I'm annoyed as I
Yeah.
walk past somebody
Yeah.
to
Well,
signal to them
it's-
you're not walking with enough of a sense of urgency.
yeah. It's funny because like when we went to New York last year, and I went with Natalie, and that was her first time going since she was really young. We went to get bagels in the morning, and I was like, all right, you need to know what you're getting. Like you can't like get up in front of the line and be like, like looking at the menu. You need
No,
to
go
know.
to the next person.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't- yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, you need to know. And like you could just see like the line was really long, but it's boom, boom, boom because everyone's like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
just
it's so
a machine.
annoying. Like,
Right?
guys, like it's not rocket science. It's not taking the SAT. That's another get out of here. You know what? Impromptu get out of here. I'm gonna put big voice guy in front of this, and I'm gonna play my own version of get out of here. If you're in a fast food restaurant and it takes you more than 30 to 45 seconds to look at the menu, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
It's not the SAT. You're not getting married to it. You're putting it in your body and then you're crapping it out 24 hours later. Just figure out what you want, order it, and let me get to my food so I can be on my merry way.
It's true.
Indecisive fast food menu orders. Get the hell out of here.
I would argue though that Florida, if it wasn't for South Florida, like probably I don't know, we'll say Jupiter South. I would say Florida would be higher up on the nicer list if it wasn't for South Florida.
Oh,
Absolutely.
agree. Tri-County, I think, ruins it for everybody, and I think
Because New Yorkers come to South.
Not
that's true.
not to bury people in Miami, but I think really Miami-Dade really like buries us in terms of.
I would say Boca's.
I hate
Boca-
going there.
Boca's-
Boca.
Well,
Broward.
yeah.
It's anything
I
south.
think it's a combination of like whiny old people and like everybody's always in a hurry and like everyone thinks that what they've got to do is like so important.
Yeah. What would you shoot at the Masters?
Oh, so bad. I was so bad, but I was actually thinking about
I think
it.
I would hit 4 digits. I think I'd be
1,000.
Yeah.
I would do it. I would just use a putter and then just putt through all 18 holes because I wouldn't want to ever get kicked off.
Never driving, just like
Yeah.
cut through.
No, I'm gonna take a drop and just
I would
keep
just
dropping
walk
it all
through.
the way
Yeah,
home.
exactly. Just keep doing it. That'd be so funny. No, I would love to win the Masters because remember when they have the Champions Dinner before they tee off, you get to add whatever you want to add to the menu.
Is that a
So that is a thing.
Wow, that's
So my question to you guys, and I'll filibuster for you while you guys can think about it, is if you were the Masters champion, what are you adding to the menu? Because I kind of gone back and forth because my thought is I want to get something southern like fried green tomatoes and they're famous for the pimento cheese sandwich, so maybe like a pimento burger from Vortex over in Atlanta. But at the same time, I would also want just something like totally outrageous, just so I can stick it to the all like the stuck-up
chicken
country club
tikka
people.
Masala. Some
Indian something like
spice.
super spicy.
Latkes?
Yeah.
Something
Get
spicy.
the most Jewish food
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah,
Matzo ball
Filter
soup
fish.
Why
as an
not?
appetizer.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I guess it would depend what's on the menu already.
Well, they all have like for the most part the same thing, just like chicken clubs and God, I don't know. I mean, it would probably be like whatever you would find at like your general fancy steakhouse.
Wait, but I thought you were saying you add stuff to the menu, so like.
You can ask them to make whatever you want them to make.
Oh, you can see. I thought you were
Gotcha.
saying like every year, like everyone who's ever won the Masters, like their dish is made.
Permanently?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
No.
thought.
So it's
too.
only for the champions dinner. It's basically one night you get this
You
menu
just
item
request,
and,
like-
and make it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can get like how to make like a replica Big Mac if you wanted them to.
Oh, then I'd have to make something really challenging.
Taco Bell.
Yeah. Well,
That's
yeah.
not challenging.
You know what I think I would have them make? I would probably have them make a nice steak with some Mima's chimichurri sauce with
What's that?
served
No,
on a bed of couscous.
Oh.
have them recreate McDonald's. You gotta make a discontinued food item.
Oh man, speaking of discontinued food items, second get out of here. McDonald's, why did you get rid of the spicy McNuggets? That is crazy. Oh man, those were so
Slack.
good.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. But yeah, no, definitely a discontinued food item. What about the volcano burrito from Taco Bell?
Oh,
You remember
so
that?
good.
Or is it the volcano
Never had it.
taco?
You never had it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't about
Hey,
that spicy.
we're gonna play a
stuff.
segment called
No.
Google this. Look up the volcano burrito. I just realized we are out of time. We won't get
Urban
my.
Dictionary. Let's do it real quick.
Okay. Just enough time to do Urban Dictionary, but no time for election thoughts. But let's go to the Urban Dictionary. Here it comes. Vijay Patel, what do you have in our Urban Dictionary term of the night?
All right. So the word of the day, I guess the phrase of the day is clock method.
Clock
Clock
method.
method.
Clock method.
Okay.
One guess each.
So it's a rule.
Get it.
It's a rule. Okay. Clock method. I'm going to do. I think if you're hanging out with somebody and you really don't want to hang out with them for a lot longer.
No.
So okay.
I'm gonna go with depending on the hour of the day you're doing the clock method. That's how many beers you drink.
Huh. That's creative though.
Was
I
that was
like.
actually
How was
good.
that on that?
Yeah, I saw your method.
I had to-
thought
what do we
of it
have?
earlier. Okay, so clock method, a method of guessing on a multiple choice test that involves looking at the position of the second hand. And we should have known this in high school.
This sounds like I was
Right.
gonna say it sounds like how I took the FCAT.
If the hand is between 12 and 3, the guess is A. If the hand is between 3 and 6,
Oof.
the guess is B.
Guys, I
Our-
do not recommend this for our high school listeners.
Our favorite, between 6 and 9, guess
Nice.
C.
Let's see.
Between 9 and 12, guess D. The sentence of the day. I passed my test. Thanks to the clock method.
Oh God.
Good
I
job.
can't.
Good
Yeah.
job,
Did you
Ken.
have?
There's no name to that
yeah.
one, but yeah.
You definitely did the thing when you were taking a test where you realized that there wasn't like a D answer and like 10 questions. So you're like,
Absolutely.
God, I can't figure out what this one is, so I'm gonna have to bubble D.
It's gotta be D. Yeah. There's a D coming up.
It totally makes sense. And you're always scared if you bubble like 3 B's in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's no way there's 3 in a row, maybe 2.
Yeah. Good old Scantron.
Yeah, there's no chance. All right, we're out of time here. We're sending you into the rest of your night. But before we do that, just make sure Business on Top now's got merchandise. Slide into our DMs at Business on Top Pod. You can get shirts. You can get hats. And in the meantime, if you like what you're listening to and you enjoy what you're watching, like, subscribe, review, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review. That's our show. Episode 11 coming up next week. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Stay tuned. Stay safe.